Hi guys, my name is Chris and you're watching Wrestling Today. So let's start with Drew McIntyre is eager to step into the ring with Batista, his co-star from the upcoming film The Killer's Game. Although Batista has retired from in-ring competition, the prospect of a return isn't far-fetched given that Triple H, a close friend of Batista, is now running WWE. McIntyre's awareness of this connection makes the idea of a showdown with the animal even more intriguing. In The Killer's Game, McIntyre stars opposite Dave Batista as an assassin sent to kill Batista's character. The film, which features a notable fight scene between the two, is set for a theatrical release on September 13, 2024. McIntyre's early WWE career overlapped with Batista's departure from the company, meaning the two have never faced off in a match. This makes the idea of a match between them all the more enticing. Speaking to Comic Book ahead of the film's release, McIntyre expressed hope that their on-screen fight won't be the closest they get to a real wrestling match. McIntyre said, "I hope not. I mean, the fight itself was a lot of fun and I was disappointed during my time in WWE when Dave was there. I kind of grew up around him in my early 20s. He was such a big star. Obviously, at the time, his peak of his career, we never had that singles match. So it's fun to get to fight with no restrictions. You can kill people in movies. But I am very up for it, obviously. It's in Dave's court. I said this earlier, I'm not saying that Dave's chicken if he doesn't accept the match, but he's definitely something that's another word for a cat." Currently, McIntyre remains entangled in his feud with CM Punk, especially after breaking a fan-made bracelet on the September 2nd episode of WWE Raw. Despite this ongoing rivalry, McIntyre is certainly open to the idea of a future match against Batista. What's your take on Drew McIntyre versus Batista? Do you want to see the match go down? The next story is about Netflix has dropped the trailer for the documentary series on the life and career of Vince McMahon. The series is produced by Library Films in association with Ringer Films. McMahon exited the WWE after former WWE employee Janelle Grant filed a lawsuit against Vince McMahon, WWE, and alleging sex trafficking and rape. She was not filmed for the project. Bill Simmons will serve as the executive producer. Chris Smith, best known for Fire, The Greatest Party That Never Happened, was named the director. The series, titled Mr. McMahon, will debut on September 25th with 6 one-hour episodes. Here is the synopsis and trailer. Mr. McMahon chronicles the rise and fall of Vince McMahon, controversial businessman and co-founder of WWE. From his transformation of the WWE from a small, regional business into a global entertainment powerhouse to the explosive sexual misconduct allegations that led to his eventual resignation, this 6-episode series offers a deep dive into McMahon's life and his enduring franchise. Culled from over 200 hours of interviews with McMahon himself, prior to his resignation, his family members, business associates, and some of the most iconic names in wrestling history, as well as the journalists who uncovered McMahon's allegations, filmmaker Chris Smith, Tiger King, and executive producer Bill Simmons, 30 for 30, present an unflinching, no-holds-barred look at one of the most enigmatic figures in sports entertainment. The final story is about WWE is ramping up the fallout from Bash in Berlin on SmackDown, and this time, they're bringing the action to Canada. The Blue Brand's final week on Fox took place at Rogers Place in Edmonton, Alberta. Unsurprisingly, the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes, was a focal point throughout the night. On the September 6th episode of WWE SmackDown, Cody Rhodes addressed Solo Sikoa's challenge for the Undisputed Championship. Sikoa, who now leads the new version of the Bloodline, is hungry for another shot at Cody's gold. This challenge comes on the heels of Sikoa's recent loss at SummerSlam in Cleveland Browns Stadium, where he missed out on the title, a defeat that seemed to push him further from contention. Despite the setback, Sikoa remains determined to work his way back to the top and reclaim his spot as a legitimate threat for the championship. Cody opened the show by engaging the crowd in Edmonton, asking them what they wanted to talk about. He quickly mentioned his victory over Kevin Owens at Bash in Berlin, which ignited a KO chant from the audience. Cody then took a moment to welcome Michael Cole back to SmackDown, sparking another chant, this time for Cole. With the crowd warmed up, Cody extended an invitation to the Bloodline. Solo Sikoa wasted no time, heading straight to the ring, accompanied by the rest of the new Bloodline. Fans were quick to boo Sikoa as he claimed he would have beaten Cody at SummerSlam if not for Roman Reigns. Frustrated and eager to prove himself, Sikoa demanded a rematch. Cody, never one to shy away from a challenge, suggested that next week's SmackDown, which marks the show's premiere on the USA Network, should feature an undisputed title match. He acknowledged Solo as a worthy opponent but shifted the spotlight to Jacob Fatu, challenging him to step up. The tension in the ring was palpable as Fatu expressed his loyalty to Solo, calling him his tribal chief before stepping back and declining the match. With Fatu out of the picture, Solo agreed to the title match for next week. He also gave Cody credit for attempting to turn his enforcer against him. As the tension in the ring grew, the bloodline surrounded Cody, but he wasn't alone for long. The Street Profits and DIY rushed to the ring, ready to back Cody up. Just as things were about to escalate, Nick Aldis stepped in, urging everyone to calm down and booking a match for later in the night. He also made the undisputed title match next week on SmackDown a steel cage match. What's your take on Cody Rhodes' current direction in WWE? Thanks guys for watching and please subscribe.